Hi, this is Brad, Pro Wrestling Junkies, and today I welcome you to another episode of Pro Wrestling Junkies Presents Getting to Know a Junkie. As I say always, each week we'll meet a member of this great community on a personal level. Maybe you know them, they're from your same town, you have similar interests, similar backgrounds. Well, you'll find out here each episode. Anyways, today I'd like to introduce our guest. Her name is Eryn Marie, and she is from Toledo of Ohio. Hello, Eryn.
Hello.
How are you doing on this fine Sunday?
I'm good. It's meh weather, but I'm good.
Is this what it looks like in Toledo? Just not as bright and sunny right now? Is my background? Sure.
Okay, I can hear you now. Sorry,
Okay.
I can't hear you at all.
So is the background I'm sitting in front of, is this Toledo, Ohio? Is it familiar to you? Okay.
Yeah, it's downtown. That's pretty close. I just drove past there, actually.
Oh, really? How big of a city is Toledo?
Not if you look census wise, people will tell you it's big, but it's really not. We call it a small big city because it's amazing how many people know each other and what a small town it really is. And our downtown is not very big at all.
And I said this when I spoke with Johnny. Pretend that I'm the most ignorant person you've ever met. So if the question seems so dumb, so this question is there an airport in Toledo? Is it big enough to have?
It's not worth it. It's
Okay.
really, really little, and it has so few flights that go out of it. And it's the amount of time it would take you to get to it from my house. It would probably be almost 40 minutes. And at that point, you're just better off driving the hour to go to Detroit.
Oh, okay.
Honestly, unless you're maybe going to Chicago, a Toledo flight is just going to take you to Detroit to get on another flight.
Oh, okay. So,
and I'm an hour from Detroit, hour from Canada, so
it seems like a good balance of seemingly small but kind of big and close to big.
it is. Yes.
So,
and
did you go on?
We have a really tight knit music and art scene and stuff. So.
Oh, cool. So you grew up in Toledo as well?
I did. I lived in Michigan for 2 years in my 20s, but other than that, I've always been in Toledo.
And how was your childhood in Toledo?
I love it here. A lot of kids complain and say, oh, I can't wait to get out of Toledo. I can't wait to get out of Toledo. But I think that's because they haven't traveled. It's a great place to grow up. Our property values here, it's so cheap to live here. You can buy a literal old mansion for under $200,000. You can buy a perfectly decent house for $30,000.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and there's lots of stuff to do. We have all 4 seasons. So, I had a good childhood. I was kind of spoiled.
Okay, that's it. Listen, there's nothing wrong with it. You're admitting it.
I'm an only child, so we traveled a lot when I was little.
Uh-huh.
I got cool stuff like Florida, Toronto, stuff like that.
Well, that's a privilege. That's great. I wouldn't apologize about that. I'm selfish, and I'll say it. And that's a bad thing. So, growing up, were you athletic? Were you into music, art?
I could not have been any less athletic. When I was in kindergarten, I got an unsat sent home because I couldn't bounce and catch a ball properly. And it just it never really got much better after that. I was always the super artsy, gifted kid. I was into music. I played the violin for years. I was into theater, super into art, still into art. So yeah, but when I was little, I was a tomboy.
Oh,
when
really?
I was still little, yeah.
And then when did that shift away?
I don't know, maybe around 2nd grade or something like that. Even to this day, I'm a super girly girl. I own 2 pairs of jeans, and you will never see, I only have them because of our casual days at my day job. You will never see me out in jeans. I will almost always be in a dress probably. Or
okay, so that's a good, anyone who's watching, if you see someone that looks like Eryn and she's wearing jeans, it's not her.
Yeah, it's definitely not.
Keep looking for her.
So my office, maybe.
So besides wrestling, do you have any hobbies?
I do.
Let's hear it.
I have a ton of plants. Anybody who's friends with me on Facebook is really used to seeing my plants. I have too many. They have to come inside because it's the Midwest, 4 seasons.
Sure.
So I just had to bring everything inside. It's easily over 100 of them. I have a problem. My
Oh
boyfriend
my
will
God.
tell we can't drive past a plant place without looking. I'm really into makeup.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm into like all sorts of arts and crafts. Like my two side hustles are knitting and cross stitch. My best friend and I have a side business where we write like sassy cross stitch patterns, like "go fuck yourself," "don't do coke in the bathroom," stuff like that.
That sounds awesome. So, all right. So you're obviously a fan of wrestling because obviously this is why we're talking. This is how we connected. What's your first wrestling memory?
It was when I was little because I'm 43. So in the
I'm
80s,
44.
yeah, like see, you remember wrestling actually used to be on like Saturday mornings.
Oh yeah, it was great on USA Network.
Yeah, that's like my first memory of wrestling. Like all the old timers, like $1 Million Man, Brutus the Barber, British Bulldog, Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, that was my era too. Like the 80s, mid 80s to the end of the 80s.
Yes.
So what did it like? So you started liking wrestling. What did it like mean to your life?
I think that was kind of like when I was in my transitional, like tomboyish period, maybe still, but I don't know what it was. Man, if I really had to think about it, it would probably be like the pageantry of it. Like, especially like with Ric Flair's robes and everything. Like, yeah, I'm not sure because like I said, I've never been athletic whatsoever, but I just loved it.
Like the first time you saw it, you're like, oh my God, I want to keep watching more and more of this.
Yeah. Like I used to watch it every Saturday morning.
Oh, and I was going to say, like, did you watch it with like a sibling? And obviously you told me you're, an only child, which makes it even more impressive that you got into it on your own.
Well, I used to watch it with my dad when I was little.
Okay.
And my dad did take me to a live event when I was little. Like, I mean, this was probably like in the 80s when I went to my first event.
Wow. My dad never would take me. Sucked.
My dad and I didn't do a lot together, but that was like one of the things that we did do together. Like, he did take me to that.
So he was into it before you?
I don't know. I mean, that's so long ago. That's like almost 30 years ago that I have no clue. That part of my memory is gone. I just vividly remember that it'd be on like Saturday morning.
Yeah. And do you watch like religiously now, or do you catch like bits and pieces when you can? It's hard.
Don't watch religiously just because I have a lot going on right now.
Oh, you mean a life?
Yeah.
A life, okay. I wasn't sure what the right word was, but go on.
Yeah. 2 jobs, all this stuff. Yeah, like Corona really killed it for me for a minute because it was really hard to watch wrestling because it was just so dry.
Yeah.
And then once AEW kind of started bringing in like the enhancement talent to help in the background, that helped. And I hate to admit it, but I really think the Thunderdome is a big game changer. I'm surprised, like, once you really start watching and get into the actual wrestling, how the Thunderdome really does take the place of an actual crowd. And it helps, like, that extra noise helps so much.
Oh, yeah, because when it was empty, it just felt like they were rehearsing almost.
Yeah, I don't even know how they did it, like how they get up there and do all their acts and, like, you had to have felt stupid.
Yeah, I remember like the Randy Orton, Edge, they were cutting promos, and it was just so strange. Like,
I know,
they were both being dramatic, and there was nothing, But
yeah.
All right, now we're going to shift away from the life of Eryn Marie, and we're going to go into a little bit of wrestling. Who's your favorite all-time wrestler? And it could be more than one. And your favorite current wrestler? And it could be more
This
than
is an easy one. Anybody in the PWJ group will tell you Ultimate Warrior is my all-time favorite wrestler. I have an Ultimate Warrior tattoo.
Oh, is it somewhere that we could see? Or would that have to be a different episode?
No, I can try. It might
Okay.
take let's see. Whoops. Let me get it back in frame.
Okay.
Hang on. I know how to use a camera.
Yeah, take your time.
This green screen, this virtual background is not helping matters.
Yeah, it's really tricky.
Okay. Whoops. There we go.
Oh yeah, look. Oh, that one's awesome. I like. It's just black and white, right?
No, it's color. Yeah, it's color.
Okay, I couldn't see from here, but it's
It's
awesome. I
it's
can
like-
see the design.
Yeah, it's teal and pink and green.
How long did it? Oh, those are the standard colors. What? When did you get it?
I don't know. Maybe 5 or 6 years ago. How long has he been dead for?
That seems about right. 5 or 6 years.
Yeah. Shortly after he died that I got it.
Okay. As a tribute, or you were going to do this anyways?
No, it was like, oh yeah, that's like a good tattoo, because I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, my tattoos have to have meaning and all this stuff behind them, everything. No, I have no problem getting a dumb tattoo.
Yeah, totally. If the design is cool, like, who cares?
And my tattoo artist, like, he loves wrestling too, so he was totally on board for it.
How long did that one take?
Oh God, not very long. It's man, it's small. It's smaller than palm size. Under an hour, maybe. I don't remember.
Can I ask two unrelated unrelated to wrestling questions about this? One, are you into cats? Because, and I don't want this to sound creepy, I was looking at some of your skin while we were trying to get to the Ultimate Warrior logo. And
I have a lot of cats.
And I saw some cats, and then behind you is a distinguished looking white cat with royal purple behind it.
My background is Dolores Umbridge's office from Harry Potter.
Okay.
But yes, I am very into cats, and like I have a jokingly large amount of cat tattoos.
Okay, how many? Do you have any actual cats?
Oh yeah.
How many?
Right now, I'll frame at some point.
What was I going to say? So I'm going to get back to the wrestling question. I'm sorry to bounce around. Best show you've ever been to?
My friends and I had a lot of fun at a Raw show, but that was just because it was like us three girls, you know, which is kind of uncommon.
Yeah.
And, you know, we're crafty, so we went all out and made signs. Like, we had a 3-part sign that said Raw is War. We had, like, this was when Al Snow was big. So we had that I heart head. And because I'm extra, I had like a little string of lights that lit up around the heart. So that was a really fun one.
I mean, that sounds like a sign that would get at least like a second of camera time. Did you ever watch back?
You would think, except we had horrible nosebleed seats.
Oh, okay.
I don't even know. Now I won't go to an event unless I can get, you know, like 3rd row ringside or whatever, because I really take pride in the signs and trying to get on camera.
Yeah, nice. Well, okay. I'm going to ask you now to play a Would You Rather game. Are you okay with that?
Yes.
Okay. It won't touch anything about wrestling. Just 3 questions. Would you rather travel back in time plus or minus 10 years every time you burp, or teleport somewhere randomly you have no control over it every time you sneeze?
I think I would like to teleport because I really like traveling. So I think teleporting would be kind of rad and very cost effective with my allergies. So yeah, I'd be all over the place.
Yeah, it's because if you went back 20 years in time, you may not be able to have the relationships. But if you're in current time and you're just traveling around everywhere, it could be just like you're a businessman, you know, like
and I love travel. And we can't travel right now because of Corona. So hey, it'd work out perfect.
All right, now this one might touch a little too close to home with your love of felines, but would you rather eat fur of a mammal or feathers of a bird?
My boyfriend's gonna laugh at this one because I'm super weird about textures. Like, there's a lot of stuff that I won't eat because, come here. Like, I won't eat because I don't like the texture of it, but I like the flavor. See?
Who's this?
This is Rosie.
Oh, wow. I mean, I'll have her on a separate time, just the two of us.
Yeah.
I don't want to make her uncomfortable right now.
How
old is she?
How old are you? Maybe 5 or 6. She was a foster, so I'm not really sure of her origins.
Okay. Did she? Well, she's from Earth. That at least we can, cut it down to that.
Yeah.
Do your cats sleep with you?
Oh God, yes.
Yeah.
She loves to groom me in my sleep. It's awful. She loves to groom my eyebrows. And at like 4 a.m, it's the worst to wake up to, and she does not stop.
Would she like lick her paws and then do your like?
No, just go down on my face with her tongue.
Okay, you mentioned you had a boyfriend in this picture. Was he a cat fan prior to meeting you?
Well, he's never met Rosie because my boyfriend, who is also in the Junkies group, lives 2.5 hours away. So he's never met her.
Oh, really?
Yes, and he doesn't hate cats. He's not a super cat person, but I mean, tough.
Yeah, totally. If the cat was here first.
Yes.
Oh, look at that little guy. I hate cats, but that one's very cute. I do. We had one for a while. It was my wife's cat, but it sadly died.
Oh.
But okay, let me get back to your last question. Would you rather cry coins or cough up coins?
I feel like, I guess that would both be kind of uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I think maybe cry coins, because especially right now.
Hold on, the video just
like
went.
it's cool. I just have allergies. It's fine. So probably cry coins.
Okay, and you make a little money along the way.
Right. Yeah. Like I love coins. That's another joke with my friends. Like I love loose change. I refuse to use my change. Like I'll hoard it and then I roll it, and that's what I use towards like vacations and stuff.
Do you enjoy the smell of the coins on your hand?
No, I think that's gross.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Me too. That's disgusting. But if you go to somewhere like a funeral, you come out with a couple bucks afterwards. So that's pretty good. All right, Eryn. First off, everyone, you can find Eryn on Pro Wrestling Junkies any time of day. I mean, she's not there all day, but that's how you can reach her if you want to start a relationship. She has a boyfriend, and she's a big fan of cats, though, so maybe hold back off on that. Thank you for coming on, and I hope I didn't make you uncomfortable or anything, or the feline uncomfortable, because I did make some disparaging remarks about cats. Oh, look at those teeth.
I know, I love it. She loves to show her fangs.
It's do they just hang out like when she's just...
Sometimes, like especially like she'll go and intentionally show you one. Yeah, like she's pretty funny.
I could see one little tooth.
Thing before we go?
Say whatever you want.
All right, my boyfriend and 2 of our friends have a podcast called Such Good Shoot. It is a wrestling podcast, which is no shock. It is every Tuesday night about 9:15 on YouTube. They stream live with the chat, and then the episodes go up after. Jacob from PWJ was just on there last week and did a little Leaf Box break live with them.
Oh, nice.
So that was really fun, and yeah, just wanted to plug my boys.
So for your podcast, we can just go on YouTube, type in the name, and that it'll pop up.
Because they would have gotten demonetized if they would have called it Such Good Shit.
Oh, okay. It's just that little thing. It makes a huge difference. Awesome. Well, we'll definitely check that out. Wrestling podcasts are always good to hear. They're always entertaining if you like wrestling.
And the boys are really funny, so.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'll definitely check that out. And everybody check this out. All right, Eryn. Hope you have a nice rest of your day. I will see you on the World Wide Web surfing. And again, thank you. And stay safe. And hope everyone else in your family
wash your hands, wear a mask.
Yeah. I'm sorry I didn't wear one.
It's fine. We're more 6 feet away.
Oh, I feel awful now. All right. All right. You take care. You go have a good night, and I'll be in touch.
See you later.
Bye, kitty.